Speaking of Houston, we're gearing up for what could be one of the biggest economic and cultural moments in our city's history. World Cup action, 7 matches, so much fun. So let's talk about, the money. Sports and economics experts, we've got Greg Kahn. He's here to talk about the opportunities this global event could really bring for boosting our local businesses, tourism, creating long-term growth and new entertainment opportunities across H-Town. Well, good morning, Mr. Kahn. Thank you so much for being with us. And the question is, how is Houston shaping up as a World Cup host city right now? Because we're just days away from all the action starting.
Good morning, Sharon. Thanks for having me on. Houston is doing quite well, and this is, as you mentioned, the biggest sporting event in history. 7 matches will be played in Houston. There are 48 national teams, 104 matches in total, and 16 host cities, of course, Houston being one of them. Sharon, it's the most geographically spread out global sporting event across 3 countries, U.S., Canada, and Mexico, for 39 days. And FIFA is expecting there to be up to 6.5 million in-stadium attendees. And a lot of that impact is going to be felt locally in Houston. The expectations are that there could be more than 500,000 visitors to the town alone. Not only will that drive economic impact during the tournament itself, but in the months and years to follow.
And you mentioned the economic impact, which is huge. We're talking about for hotels, we're talking about for activities, food, all of this. And at one point, I heard somebody even say $1.5 billion could be brought into the city. That is astronomical. What are some more numbers you're hearing about the dollar value that is coming to our community?
Yeah, that number has been articulated, the $1.5 billion potential impact. And that number is not just, again, during the tournament itself. You're talking about investors that are coming into town, some of which had been to Houston before, and some are first-time visitors that are thinking about commercial real estate, thinking about hosting other sporting and entertainment events in the future. So what you really have to look at, Sharon, is that 12 to 24-month period after the World Cup itself. But as you mentioned, the World Cup is a week and a half away, and there will be a big impact that you'll see locally. You mentioned kind of the restaurants and bars, but think about small and medium businesses as well. You know, hair salons and massage parlors and cleaners. You know, there's enormous impact into the city from a macro level and then all the way down to the micro level. So it's a really exciting showcase for the market.
I'm really thrilled for our mom and pop businesses out there who really have been struggling lately. So I know this is going to help them. If you got to get your nails done, things like that, this is really going to help them too. Let's go back though for just a moment, because there is a question about something else too. Hotel bookings. We're getting word that they're a little bit lower than expected in some of the host cities. We are a multicultural city. We are probably the most multicultural city in the entire country. So what does the outlook look like from what you're hearing when it comes to hotel bookings and any of the economic outlook as well?
Yeah, I mean, those numbers are fair in terms of hotel bookings, Sharon, but it's only one piece of a much bigger equation. So, you know, what hasn't been talked about is the short-term rental bookings, the Airbnbs and the VBROs, which are seeing much more increased bookings vis-a-vis last year in some markets. And I think as you look to this tournament, you're going to have families and groups of friends that are traveling together that may not be staying in hotels. They may be staying in homes, or they may be staying with family and friends. So the hotel bookings are only one side of the equation. You mentioned there are 7 matches that are going to be in town. A lot of it also depends on who gets through the group rounds. You know, I think so much of the conversation has been about the pre-tournament bookings, but most visitors to sporting events are booking closer to the action. And so my expectation is that once you get through the group rounds, once you start to get to the knockout rounds, you will see increased bookings even in hotels.
And real quick, I know you're hosting a World Cup Business Summit ahead of all of this. What can people expect if they join in online to watch some of that?
Yeah, thanks, Sharon. So the Global Games Summit, it's the 2nd annual. We're hosting it in Newark, New Jersey, right the week of the World Cup final, which is also being held in New Jersey. And we're bringing together business owners and athletes and brands and technologists around men's and women's soccer to talk about the future of the sport. I mentioned that this is an event in the history of the planet. There will be over 6 billion individuals that are expected to participate, to watch in some way, shape, or form. And this is the iceberg. Once the World Cup is over, global sports infrastructure will be changed forever. And we'll be having that conversation live on July 15th in Newark, New Jersey.
Well, Greg Kahn, thank you so much for just bringing us all this information. We'll have a link to that on our website, CW39.com. But the World Cup is here. I'm ready for my clear in my throat saying gold a whole lot over the next couple of weeks, and I cannot wait. Thank you so much for bringing it to us. We appreciate it, Greg. Thank you.